Hello, everyone. Welcome back, and thank you for joining me here at the Galaxy with God, Love Notes. Of course, I really want to thank you all for being a part of my journey, a part of my soul tribe, a part of this family. All right. You know, I have not been posting as I used to, but no excuses here. When life has you at a different angle, pushing you here, there, and all over, but you still have a mission to accomplish for God. Yeah, so I'm here and I'm thankful for all of you. Now, I'm feeling somehow happy today, but for the past week, I've been hearing this song. I'm not a singer, but I'm going to sing a verse for you. I don't know if you know it. It's a very old song, but for me, it's very meaningful. I know my purpose and I know what I'm supposed to do. So if you don't see me come very often here, just know I still love you all and I'm still praying for you. I have my things that I have to take care of just the same. We are human and I know we do have challenges, which I do have mine also. But to cut it short, whatever I do, I still gonna be living the purpose that God has ordained for me. And being here is one of them. I'm not trying to divert from God's plan for my life, but physical things you have to get done, job and housework, family, travel to get your thing. Look about what I'm here. But yeah, you have watched me grow over the years and the very first video, if you look at it, I literally was running away from the screen, and I've grown over the years, and I thank you that you are all here watching my growth over the period. I'm not going to give myself any credit for this because this is not my will but God's will for my life, to have you as a part of the galaxy. And I'm not a big speaker, but I want to say thank you all for tugging with me through thick and thin. I know some days I'm sleeping, some days I'm all over the place, but today I want to say I really appreciate you all. When I started the channel, at no point I thought I was gonna get 100 subscribers, even though subscriber counts for me. But the fact that I'm here giving the messages I got, for the few months, say years I'm here, this is God's plan for our life. For the few persons I've touched, spiritually, emotionally, and otherwise, I really appreciate you. It's God's will, not mine. Now, this I'm gonna get out of here, but the song I wanna tell you is "Live for Jesus." So whatever you do in this life, just know that God has a plan for each of us. The song is, I would like to be remembered as a girl who sing her song for Jesus Christ, who was willing to lay down her life to do his will no matter what the price. When I'm singing for the deaf man, he can hear about salvation through my song. When I'm singing for the blind man, he can see the light in me and come along. Live for Jesus, that's what matters. And when other houses crumbled, mine is strong. Live for Jesus. That's what matters. That you may see the light in me and come along. Yeah, so this song is on my heart. So whatever I'm doing, and I want this to be your testimony too, collective. Whatever you're doing, do it to the will of God. And whatever you're doing, pray about it. Ask God's permission before you go ahead and do it. You might not know or understand how to hear or listen to the answers, but trust me, if you sit by yourself long enough, the answers are going to come to you. Yeah, so I did not even have or want to give any readings right now. But I will. Now, collective, if you're new here, welcome. I really appreciate you. I'm going to be doing a general reading just for the collective and to see what comes out. Yeah, so let's see what's the message. What are the messages, please? I have the Two of Cups, the High Priestess, the Ace of Swords, just the World, The Lovers in the reverse. I have Four of Cups and Temperance with the King of Swords with Five of Cups. All right, so the first card that came up was the High Priestess and the Two of Cups. With that, it is telling me so someone could have known about a partnership or something that was hidden from someone was revealed. Someone was using their intuition. Their someone intuition is on point, well known. Someone knows something. This could be a mutual attraction that you have between you and someone or someone between, whatever. But there's a higher power that is telling someone about a particular situation, a very close bond. With the Ace of Cups, sorry, the Ace of Swords, there was a breakthrough. So someone knew definitely something. But even then, something came to an halt with the World card. Something closed out, a cycle closed out. And with the Lovers in the reverse, it was a lover situation. It doesn't have to be a romantic thing, it could be a close bond, a friendship, but something came to a close because someone knew something. But even then, something failed. Something did not go as planned. It feels like the divine, with the temperance being here, it feels like the divine cut something short because someone know exactly who they had around them. Someone knew what their purpose was for a relationship. Someone knew what they were supposed to do, how they were supposed to act in a particular situation or relationship. But for some reason, they didn't have mental clarity, even though they know they didn't see proof of anything. And this could be the reason with the Ace of Swords being here. Someone wasn't focused on whatever they had with them in their hand. Someone didn't realize what it was until it was gone. They've now seen the bigger picture of this after the fact that the relationship was closed with the World card. Someone see the bigger picture that whatever they were playing around with was supposed to be their wish fulfillment. Yeah. The Lovers in the reverse. So someone could have played around with a relationship, making bad choices, detaching themselves from a relationship, a person, a decision that they were supposed to make. Someone was imbalanced, not in harmony with themselves, and as a result, something failed. The relationship went south. Yeah. Now, with the Five of Cups being here, someone is living a lot of regrets. They intuitively knew with the High Priestess here. Someone intuitively knew what was happening, what they had, but because they didn't have proof, tangible proof as to the relationship that they were in, they, you never know what you have until you lose it. This is feeling like the situation. Four of Cups here. With the Four of Cups now, someone is feeling as if an opportunity was missed because of their misjudgment. Yeah. Very sad about the situation, very sad about their choices, very even sad about their life. I have the King of Swords. So this person now has mental clarity of the situation, even though they knew initially, but did not want to trust their judgment. But now they have no choice than to see exactly a spade is a spade. With the high, yeah, so now I've seen it. So they now is looking at the relationship as this could be a balance between you and them, or someone is trying to balance out themselves after all the ordeal, mental ordeal that they have to go through. I have at the back of the deck, for some reason I want to choose this one. It says Four of Pentacles. Now they're saving everything, maybe sitting down with your thoughts, emotion, just in themselves, just trying to beat themselves up for all the opportunity that came to them, and they throw it apart. Looking for a long term security, but they realize whatever they throw away was supposed to be theirs for a long term. This was a solid investment for someone and didn't figure it out. With the Moon card being here, yeah, someone was sitting in a lot of illusion, very confused, keeping secrets, not showing their hand, trying to be who they are not, and then end up losing the ball. It feels like. Any final words? I promise I was not going to be long. Trying to get back into the groove of it. Any final words? What's going to be the outcome? Have the hermit. So someone is sitting by themselves, just beating themselves up over and over again. Beating themselves, like beating. Yeah. Someone is looking guidance now. They want to do better going forward. They want to, or could be doing soul searching, or this is what they're required to do, because this feels like a mistake or an error that someone keeps making. You got a golden spoon in your hand, and you keep on losing that spoon over and over. So it feels like the divine actually put a golden opportunity in someone's hands, and they didn't up, see the opportunity of taking good advantage of it. Now it's gone. The star at the back of the deck. So you could be, person could be hoping to get another star like you, another person who could shine as bright as you have when they had you, but didn't appreciate who you were. Yeah, so someone is looking to the star. They're looking even into spirituality to see if they could see their luck in the stars. All right, so who do I have? I have Temperance, I have Sagittarius, I have Gemini energy here, I have Aquarius, Pisces, Virgo. Anything else? Yeah, Five of Swords. So yeah, whatever this was, it was very unfair to you. Someone, feel like they could have used you like a toy, a ball, toss you around, and then for their own comfort, for their own convenience. But you're coming up as a Queen of Cups. So because of your loving nature, sometimes we're being used because of who we are, loving, kind, patient, empath. You're an empath. So someone try to use your kindness for weakness. You could be even a healer. This person could be with you because you heal their energy, let them feel good. It's like your medication for their soul. So they just stay with you because they know you bring good energy, warmth, and compassion. Now, with the Ten of Pentacles being here, yeah, they knew they left a legacy behind when they walked away, or when the relationship failed, or when they made a choice as to not wanting to build on what you both have. Yeah. Any final words? I have the Hierophant in the reverse. Yeah, because of their personal belief and their non-committed ways, they are at the point of their life where they realize all that they have worked for is in the reverse. Someone is looking for a new method to start something over. Someone is fighting their feeling, fighting their emotion, trying to be a different person from who they show you to be, because they're asking God for another chance of having a golden spoon. So they're working with the seven of Pentacles here. Someone is wanting to work to a long term investment, even want to come back to you to start over with the Seven of Pentacles being here. They want to see a harvest. But what's going to be the outcome? The Fool with a Ten of Cups in the reverse. So someone wants to start over. Someone wants to start over, making a fresh start into a different direction, even towards you, but they want to have a new page. Someone want to turn a clean page, wanting to erase the past and start over. The Fool normally be very spontaneous. They want to take a leap of faith. They want to move free spiritedly into your direction. But with the Ten of Cups in the reverse, there is a problem. There is a problem. This is a disconnection between you and someone. Something is not aligned. Your values might not align with this person anymore, or vice versa. So there's a struggle here. Unhappy home, separation, disharmony. Ah, what can fix this? What can fix this? What can fix this? What can we use to fix this? What can be fixed? How can this be fixed? It's the Empress in the reverse. So there's a misalignment between you and this person. They're looking at you as an empress. Yes, you are an empress, but over time, being abused, you seem as if now you're standing in your power. You're no longer giving the energy that you used to into a relationship, because you could be the one who was pulling all the weight over time, being used and abused, I want to say. So you are no longer pouring your cup empty to please anyone. Now you're looking out for yourself. That's why you come out empty. I mean, with the Empress in the reverse. Not that you're a bad person, but no, you have to stand guard and look out for yourself. No longer smothering or caring as you used to. Not a bad person, but over time, you go into the well, and every time you pour your thing out, it keeps empty. So when you get empty, who have you replenished? So now you're looking into life in a different direction. Yeah. Yeah, you'll see the insecurity in this relationship. I know you're standing your guard. You're no longer open as you used to. You're no longer the queen of cups. You're coming out as all four queens in the deck, but in the reverse somehow, because you are being hurt. You are being wounded. So now you have seen the light and you're wanting to walk in the light. Final cards. Yes, I have the Seven of Wands. So yes, thank you, Spirit. You're standing your ground, you're creating boundaries, and that's the reason why something is not aligned between you and this person, because they're not used to you standing ground against them. But because of the way you were treated, you had no choice than to build a bridge, a barrier to protect your emotion, protect your space. Yeah, protecting your territory. You're left with no choice. Someone keep hitting you over and over and over again, not literally, but emotionally, psychologically, physically. Over time, you're gonna build a resistance to it, and this is what you become when you become the Empress in the reverse. Yeah, you could be with. I have also the Five of Pentacles being here. Yeah, you were lost. You were lost in your own world. Could be financially deprived of things. Yeah, so you were shut out in the cold. So now you are now perfect, standing alone, building yourself, not depending on others, not pouring into others, but pouring into self now with the Empress. I don't know how better to say it. Anyways, final cards, please. What's the purpose? How do we go forward? All right, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. So going forward, what you're supposed to do, continue nurturing yourself. Not because a person treats you as a way which is not favorable to you. You are still a caring person, loving, welcoming, sensible, and very protective around people that you love and care about. You still care about this person, but you're not going to lower your guard to be trampled on anymore. With the Queen of Pentacles being here, you're more of a working parent. You're now able to stand on your own, not dependent on anyone physically, emotionally, financially. You're able to stand your ground and take care of you. Since no one is taking care of you, really, that's your responsibility to make sure you have a peace of mind, you're balanced emotionally and otherwise. All right. And I have the strength here. So you could be dealing with a Leo. Yeah, I have the strength. You have the strength to do whatever you need to do. And with that strength, you need to even look for more strength from God, pray more, um, search your inner strength. Everything that you're searching for in everyone and everything else is already within us. I never figured this until in later times when I started doing the spiritual thing. Yes, everything that you're searching for in any one person is already within you. So search within for whatever you're searching for outside. They have the saying that says, "What above, so below." So yeah, God is above and we are below. So whatever God has within Him, we have the same thing. So, collective, I want to thank you again for joining me here at the Galaxy with God Love Notes. And if the reading resonates, let me know by commenting down below, liking, sharing, or even subscribing. Thanks again. Goodbye.